What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. In this video here, we're going to be insanely taking a deep dive into model number 3, teaching you the ins and outs and how I knew to take the trade that I took today that led to me making over $2,000. And I'm going to show you the broker statements right after I get past the really tough part that I'm very ashamed to share, okay, because this simply just does not happen. But what's always going to remain constant no matter what happens, no matter how bad it is, transparency is the utmost priority inside of this Discord. Always, always, always. Okay? And today, I'm about to show you, once I hit this button right here, how the human in me came out today. Despite there being a textbook A plus model number 3, and despite me making $2,100, which again, I'm going to show the broker statements in a minute. Here we have a human GK the trader chart here, okay? And you're going to see this, and essentially what's going on here is, I really wanted to see shorts. I was bearish, but a series of events happened in my personal life. Psyche, I guess, was not 100% sharp like it needed to be and locked in. Couple that with, me wanting to be bearish, etc. I can make any excuse in the book, but the fact of the matter is, I abandoned my model. This was not a part of my model. This was not a part of my system, and as a result, I get stopped out. I take a short, get stopped out on 2 contracts for 6 handles. But the thing is I cut this very, very quickly because I was like, what the hell? Like, what the hell am I doing here? And then I did it again. I was like, no. And again, the human in me came out, and this is not easy to share to you guys because this is like a very rare occurrence. But anyway, short of it again here. Okay. Basically comes up, and this is actually a 4-handle profit trade. All right, because I'm just like closing it, cutting it off early, and I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like, this is not it. Okay, so after this series of events happens, and again, I really don't even want to share this, but again, transparency is always number one inside of this group. Fast forward, I do close up the charts on my phone for like almost 30 minutes, right? And I was just kind of taking deep breaths, walking around a little bit. And exactly what I was anticipating to take place, which quite literally is model number 3, happened right here. And immediately, all the baggage that I had on me just completely dropped. And I was laser focused. Immediately took the trade, got in, wrote it up, 460 handles, therefore giving me a $2,000 day. Again, I knew that these were mistakes. I knew that this does not fit my system. I knew that these were emotional trades and not systematic trades. They should have never happened, but this is why you see me cut them very, very early, because I knew I was messing up. I knew that I needed to take a quick break and just step away. With that said, all right, before I break down everything that I'm going to break down here, because it's going to blow your mind how insane this stuff is, okay, before I do that, I'm going to show you guys the trade recording and the broker statements for those that are interested. All right, and then we're going to break all this down. All right. All right, guys, so here are my broker statements for the day. Obviously, it's an insane blessing what model number 3 really does for me and others. $2,175. That's amazing, right? It says I took 5 trades, but, I showed you guys the execution, so that's just from me using multiple contracts, right? So, yeah, here's the business. Again, I'm used to this type of stuff. Like, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but, like, I know exactly the power that my model brings despite, small little mess ups here and there, right? So, with that said, we're going to flip to the trade recording so you guys can watch that, okay? And then we're going to get into the real sauce, all right?